we're on the move. We've got so much in store for you. Marinas by the shore, the boulevard of flags and more. The captains, the stadium, a community that's hand in hand, growing stronger day by day. The crown jewel of Lake County. We're Eastlake, we're on the move. We're Eastlake, we're on the move for you. We're Eastlake, we're Eastlake. Look at us now, we're all brand new.
Hi, I'm Linda Gandy, and welcome once again to Mayor's Corner here in Eastlake, Ohio, talking with your mayor, Dan DiLiberto. How are you, Dan?
I'm doing fine, Linda. How are you today?
Good, good. I think we're both feeling a little sad and perhaps a little nostalgic today, as everyone knows, I'm sure, unless you've been living under a rock, that you have announced your intention to retire. So there's a lot of things I want to talk to you about, this being the last time we'll do a taping here. First of all, what led up to your decision to retire?
Well, I had 3 heart attacks. The last one was in March. I think 3 warnings, 3 shots over the bow are plenty. I don't want the 4th one to be the one that's going to take me out, like my good friend in Strongville, Wally Ehrenfeld, who was the mayor there for many, many years, died in office because he had heart attacks and didn't pay any attention to them.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so I have 4 cardiologists that I've been working with, and they've all recommended that I have to step away from this. That if I don't, there's a good chance that it would get worse. The one thing that really helped me was the amount of weight I lost. That was important. It may have been worse. I have some minor damage to my heart, and I'm very lucky with that, and I have blocked arteries. My younger brother, when I had the heart attack in December, 2 weeks later had a heart attack and he had open heart surgery. So it's in our family, and it's a history. So I applied through PERS, which is Public Employees Retirement, which is a fund we pay into. And I was granted on the first time through, which is very unusual, full disability. And but that's not taxpayers' money. That's my money that I've invested.
I think that's an important point to make.
Yeah. And I've heard some people say that. It isn't. It's my money that I've invested into that pension fund.
Okay.
And it is important that people realize that I'm retiring because of my health. If it wasn't for that, I would be here kicking butt and doing what needed to be done in this community.
Some people feel the timing is just awfully negative.
I can't help it. You know, I can't help it. It's not what I want. It really isn't. There are some unfinished things that we have to do. I've pledged to City Council that I will continue the naming rights, which we're trying to nail down. Get that done, and the $4 million coming in from the state, the federal government, which is promised to us, will be here. Steve LaTourette has been on the show. He said it 1,000,000 times, and it will be here. The problem is it's not here right now, and so the centers are out there, and you know, they're really barking now at everything. But I heard somebody say once that dogs don't bark at parked cars. And when you're standing still, there's nothing anybody can do to bark at you or to, you know, come after you. It's when you're trying to accomplish things. And the things that I've done in this community are for the community. I didn't do it for me. From the post office to all the different things that we were able to accomplish.
I'm going to ask you about some of those.
Yeah, they were done for the residents of this community to make this a first-class community. You know, a city of 22,000 people don't even have a post office. You know, we were able to get that through Congressman LaTourette. So whatever we did for the city with the best interest of the city. Did I make mistakes? Of course. I'm a human. I've made mistakes. And you're going to do that no matter who is there. George Spinner will be taking over Monday, and George is a great guy, and I wish him the best. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. And the dogs will be barking at him. No matter what happens, they'll be there. It's the 23% of the people who voted against me in the last election that are becoming very vocal. They don't understand the facts. They get a number, they look at it, and they say it's this way when it's not. Are we in a tight financial situation? You bet. We are as any other community, and I want to correct something. One of our shows we talked that Willowick was going to be laying off 4 police officers. You know how I hate rumors, and always was. Well, I got caught in my own trap and said that they would be doing that from something that I had heard. It was not true. Mm-hmm. So Willowick is not laying those people off. We're all in tight financial situations, every community, Willoughby, Willowick, all of us. But I wanted to correct that and make that right for the record. But things are tough. The economy is tough. This is all about the economy. People say, well, where did the money go? Where did you spend this money? We spent the money on the people of the community. That's where it went. Should we have laid people off earlier? Probably so, now that I look back on it. Probably 6 months earlier may have made a slight difference. But it's over, it's done. It's time to move forward. We know what the problem is, get the solutions, and move forward.
Now,
this has happened before in this community. In 1982 it happened. Morris Becker was mayor. They laid off a tremendous amount of people. They charged for garbage. It's kind of like deja vu going back to 1982. So it happens, and the pendulum swung to the way that the money was good, people were working, the economy was great, and then went back the other way.
We've talked on this program many times about things being cyclical.
Yeah, and we've talked on this program for the last year and a half, telling people that things are not good. Mm-hmm. Wasn't something that anybody was hiding. Wasn't good, and we need to do something. So it's going to be difficult. The community needs to pull together. I will be living in the community. I'm going to spend winter months down in Florida. We have a condo down there that I purchased a couple years ago, and so we're going to go down there in the winter and then be up here in the summer. I want to be with my grandchildren, you know, and my kids. I don't want to live down there permanently, and so that ends that rumor that people had heard. It's difficult. I woke up this morning very sad. I walked in the back door and said, gee, this is the last time I'll walk through here, mm-hmm. in the back door. So you know, you have some misgivings, but I have to do it because of my health. Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about some of your accomplishments. What do you look back on at your time as mayor as your greatest accomplishments? What's the greatest one, would you say, overall, first of all?
Bringing pride back to the community. Okay. Bringing pride that it's a good place to live, where realtors take people to Eastlake and show them homes. They're not afraid to. Where we've built the housing stock of quality housing and lifted the housing stock to $600,000 to $800,000 homes, which is something that is very unique in many communities, so diverse, and I'm very proud of that. But that, to me, is my biggest accomplishment.
Okay, what else?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of things that we did that really are important to the community, but I think to me, that's the one thing I'm the most proud of. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, the Boulevard of Flags has been wonderful. The 911 memorial, improving the infrastructure of the city, taking all major roads, and getting funding, almost $100 million in funding outside the community for this community that taxpayers didn't have to pay. But planting the trees and brightening up the community, in doing it with donations, that's been very important. But
And fireworks and holiday lights
yeah, those
for
are
a lot of
others.
years.
Yeah, and you know, the holiday lights we purchased a number of years ago, and we cut back on the size of them because of the electricity, and we're trying to save some money with that for this year. But hopefully that'll be back in full swing, and